I'm the adopted daughter, and I just slept with my brother. It might have been okay if he were single, but just the other day he asked me, what kind of things do you girls like? I teased him. Are you telling me I'm getting a sister-in-law? I'm planning on it, he'd said, a casual glint in his eye. My heart sank into an icy abyss. Wrecking a relationship is just asking for bad karma. So, I packed my bags in the middle of the night and left a ridiculous note. I found my purpose in life. I'm going to be a wildlife photographer, off to chase my dreams abroad. Goodbye, Mom, Dad, and Big Brother. 2 weeks later, I was in the middle of the African savannah, being chased by a pack of hyenas. A passing jeep screeched to a halt and rescued me. I was about to pour out my thanks when a pair of warm fingers closed around my wrist, resting on my pulse. A man's smile, both tender and cruel, met my eyes. Get out, little sister, he said, or kiss me. Your choice. I was an orphan. My earliest memories are of the orphanage, but I was pretty. And as everyone knows, a pretty face can change your luck. When I was 5, I was adopted. My new family was wealthy, like seriously wealthy. I went from pauper to princess overnight. More than that, my adoptive parents weren't just rich. They were full of love. My dad adored my mom and didn't want her to go through the strain of a second pregnancy, but my mom had always wanted a daughter. So they decided to adopt. I was the lucky one chosen to be their little girl. I also gained an older brother who was 3 years my senior. My parents were wonderful to me, and so was my brother. I finally had a happy family. I always believed that happiness would last forever, that I'd still be a happy old woman at 80, if only it hadn't been for the incident. I woke up to the feeling of a warm, sculpted abdomen beneath my hand. It felt nice. Acting on pure instinct, my fingers traced the lines twice more. The skin under my touch quivered, and the steady breathing above my head grew heavy. I felt a stirring deep inside my body. Wait a minute. Inside my body? My eyes flew open in horror. This was depraved. I buried my face in my hands, unable to face reality. But ignoring reality doesn't make it disappear. The man holding me began to stir. He stroked my back, his voice a low, raspy murmur. Can't keep your hands to yourself this early in the morning? A bolt of lightning shot through me. That voice, it was flu season, and my brother, Caleb, had caught a bad cold. Tone aside, his voice when he was sick was just as raspy as this. Could this man be? The chaotic memories of last night flooded back. A party, alcohol, a dizzying heat. Then, a series of images that shouldn't be described, and his commands. Open for me. Relax. What the hell was all this? My mind frantically searched for more clues. Amidst the chaos, I remembered Caleb calling me his wife. I am not his wife. I'm his sister. Oh God. He must have mistaken me for someone else. And worse, he really did have someone he was interested in. Just a month ago, after finishing my thesis defense, I was lazing around at home, getting underfoot. My dad, tired of seeing me, handed me a black card and told me to go bother my brother. One roof was as good as another, so I happily moved into Caleb's place. I spent my nights gaming and my days sleeping. He couldn't stand it and dragged me to work with him at his company. After a soul-crushing week of that, he was at it again, trying to pull me out of bed. Caleb, seriously, I moaned in despair. Just get a girlfriend, will you? Please, just leave me alone. He stood over me, looking down from his great height. Hearing my plea, he slowly leaned in, his face getting closer and closer to mine. He raised an eyebrow. A girlfriend? I nodded eagerly. Yes, you get a girlfriend. I'll ask Mom and Dad if I can move back home, and I'll be completely out of your hair. He let out a soft chuckle. There are so many girls who like you. I pressed on. Isn't there a single one you're interested in? Caleb, with his family, his looks, and his own formidable talents, was the ultimate catch. The line of women interested in him was a mile long. There is one, actually, he said, his voice laced with meaning. Then go for it. We'll see. And with that, he hauled me out of bed and off to work, as usual. My persuasion attempt had failed, but that day at lunch, he asked me, what kind of things do you like? I chewed on a piece of braised pork. I like to eat. Why are you asking? You're the one who told me to go for it. So what do you girls like? My eyes lit up. Am I getting a sister-in-law? Just